Hi guys, welcome back to Cheney's TCG store. Today I'm going to go ahead and announce the winner for the pack giveaway that I announced around a week ago or so. The winner is going to be MI, I believe it is. It could be M1 as well. Let me know. But I left my email address for you to message me your mailing address along with like a screenshot of your subscription so you can claim your pack. Once you send me your mailing address, I can go ahead and get that pack sent your way. I do believe you already picked Flames of Destruction. But like I said in the original video, if you send me a screenshot of my channel that you're subscribed and the White Mexican subscription as well to his channel, you will get to choose 2 packs. So completely up to you what you want to do. But congrats. And then also thanks for everybody else that participated. If you're a new viewer here, let me know. I always appreciate new people coming in, as well as the regulars that are always here. But moving into the market watch, the first card I have to go over is Snake Ring Collector's Rare. Got bought out due to some hype of, I think, for some snake support that's coming out. But lowest listing is 70, going up to 85, bottoming out at 120 here. There's only 7 listings here. But with that said, if you have these, I would probably sell them and take the free money and buy them later. I do think that they'll come back down. Just snakes have been proven not to be very good. They kind of put a lot of restrictions on the deck, even though I have a lot of fun with it. I've tried it at locals and I went, let's see, I think I went 1 and 4. Like, it was terrible because, like, if you're going second, you're giving them free advantage, like letting them special summon monsters, adding stuff in the graveyard back to their hand. Like, it's absolutely awful going second with this deck. Next, I wanted to cover Speed Duel Battle City box. I've noticed a lot of the cards in here, secret rares and commons, going up quite a bit in price, and there's low listings. Cosmic Cyclones are around $17. If you have these, you might want to offload them and pick up the reprints, or not the reprints, the other secret rare versions, and then just pocket the difference, because I do believe the other ones are a lot cheaper. But I think the reason is this is a very good card in the Speed Duel format, and this is going to be the highest rarity for that format, as well as the only versions they can play. So there are common reprints, I believe, in this set and in the GX box for Cosmic Cyclone. But if you want a higher rarity version, this is, I think, the highest rarity in Speed Duels. Not that that format is widely popular, but people still play it for sure. Nobleman of Crossout also around $16, which is crazy to me. Foolish Burial is down a little bit towards like 12. If you want to pick that up at $12, I don't think that's bad. However, it does go to like 14 or 15. I do have mine listed for 15, which I don't think is a bad price, because I just think that this version looks really, really good. The reason why I'm selling mine is because I have the Legendary Collection Secret Rare First Edition, and I'm okay with just having that. I picked this up originally when it was really cheap, like $6 or so, and now I'm selling it. But I did want to note this. I just keep forgetting to mention this. If you see my listing for my store as one of the best listings, or like the most competitive prices, you might want to check with me first, just to make sure that it's a good time to buy the card, because usually I'm making a profit on stuff that I'm selling. So you don't necessarily just want to buy my listing or anybody else's listing if mine is, showing up there, because that means the card price has gone up significantly. So I mean, if you want to buy from me, I appreciate it, but just, I would shoot me a message first, just to see if, hey, what do you think about this price? I'm looking at your listing, and I'll give you the honest truth. Riker the Magical Warrior also up quite a bit in price. These were quite cheap, like around $8 at one point. But now the lowest listing is $16.49, going up to 19 here to 20. This is honestly one of the best sets last year. And they're like around $65 per box now, which is crazy. I got mine at 35, which I believe is MSRP. So if you're holding these sealed, you're doing really well. Let's see, any other notable cards? Union Hanger also up quite a bit in price here. There's quite a bit of machine hype with Dimension Force coming out. Lowest listing for near mint here is $10, which is crazy to me. I would maybe sell mine if I had them. This card was like maybe a couple of bucks, you know, a couple of months ago. Continuing on, there's a lot of listings for Dark Magician. I guess it's easy to pull. I do have one of these because I pulled it in the box. Cosmic Cyclones here, $3. We'll take a look and see if that goes up quickly, or $3.23 here. Yeah, I have mine listed as well. And then going up to $4. I wouldn't buy the commons though. Like, you're better off going to get, like, unless you need it for speed duels, go get like the ultra rare or one of the other secret rares. And then also pre-preparation of rights is for some reason over $3 and only 13 listings left for a common, which is insane. Spell Canceller might not be bad to get at $2 to $3, so I'll keep your eye on that. And what in the world is Red Eyes Black Dragon common doing at $2+, as well as Nobleman of Crossout? It's insane. I mean, I guess these cards must be good in the format. I don't know much about speed duels, to be honest with you. I just never was super interested. But if you look through here, so Breaker the Magical Warrior common is above $7. And I actually just sold my common for $5 like last night. So if you have these, you might want to list these up and, you know, take some money from that. Besides that, everything else is, you know, decently cheap, under $1 here. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, I just wanted to highlight that there's a lot of these cards have pretty good value here. For some reason, the Obelisk the Tormentor is only $1.50, which is crazy to me because I always thought that was the most beloved god card. And these secret rares actually look pretty good compared to like the ultra rare Pharaoh rare, which looks like absolute trash. But yeah, you might want to grab those as well if you're a fan of the god cards, because it is a cool version to have, I think. Next, I wanted to highlight Speed Duel GX box because we went over the Battle City and kind of highlight the differences. And a lot of people have been asking me and other streamers what they think about this product. And if you look, it's at $25, which is about $10 less than MSRP. But before I go into what I think about buying it as sealed, I'm going to go through the set and we're going to kind of look at the values. So the high end here, we have Destiny Hero Dasher at $8 and Secret Rare Polymerization at $6. Cyber Dragon here at $374, Dekoichi at $390. And then we quickly drop off here to like $2 or less. So we don't have the high value cards that we had in Battle City. Nothing is above $10, which a lot of cards were above $10 for the Battle City box. I do think that there are a lot of singles in here that are good to buy, like Dekoichi. Cyber Dragon's not terrible, but there's a lot of good versions of Cyber Dragon to get. Rainbow Dragon at $225 is not bad at all, considering we do have the structure deck coming out later, and I imagine you'd want to play this card in the structure deck. So you might want to keep your eye on that. But picking up these dollars secret rares is really good. Cyber and Dragon, actually, before it got this reprint, I haven't looked at the original secret rares, or not the original, but the Legendary Collection secret rares. But I remember selling my Legendary Collection secret rare for around $30, like in 2020. So that might be a good card to grab. Cyber Dragons are always going to have fans and a lot of people that want them. Crystal Beast Sapphire Pegasus, I also think that going along with the Crystal Beast stuff, you might want to grab this because this is like the best card in Crystal Beast as far as monster cards go. Floodgate Trap Hole, also a good pickup, I think, because if Trap Tricks ever see play, like you want to play with 2 copies of this. And then besides that, personally, for my collection, I'm going to pick up an Ojama King and a Wing Karibo secret rare. I just think that they're going to be cool cards to have for really cheap. Even the Apprentice Magician is not bad to have as a secret rare. If you didn't know, this has I think a champion pack, like super rare or ultra rare, that's really expensive. Plasma, I would stay away from. If you wanted a plasma, like I would just go get the first secret rare printing. I think Don Zalug is pretty cool too. But for the overall set, I think at $25 is not bad to hold this long term. When the collector's market picks back up, or if you have people turning back towards GOAT format, this does have a lot of cards that you want for GOAT format. Just moving through here, we have Dequichi for GOAT, DD Warrior Lady, really, really good in GOAT. Book of Moon is good, but you know, it's obviously there's already a secret printing of this, so it's not the greatest. Any other GOAT cards? I can't remember if Don Zalug is available for that format. I don't think so. That's mainly it. There's just a couple, I guess. There might be more commons that are good, but there's not as many GOAT cards as there is in Battle City for sure. There's so many GOAT cards in Battle City. But I think 25 is not bad if you want to keep it sealed. If you're going to open it, don't buy it. Like there's no reason to do that. If you just want a few cards in here, you don't care about keeping it sealed, just come pick up the singles, because you could, for $25, you could get a Dasher, a Poly, a Cyber Drag. Like you can get one of all of these top end secret rares if you wanted to for around that $25 range. So I'd recommend getting the singles over getting the box. But I think sealed, not a bad thing to have. I do think it'll age nicely, in my opinion. It's got cool cover art here, and then it does, like I said, have pretty decent cards in here. But you're going to be sitting on this product sealed for a very long time, so just keep that in mind. Whereas the Battle City box was like instantly worth money after release, like it quickly went up in price, and all of the cards have always been expensive. This set has not and won't see value for a very long time, like probably at least a couple of years before you start seeing any kind of return. Okay, next I wanted to cover Allure of Darkness from Brothers of Legend. This is a card that I said buy as many copies as you can for under $1. And this was available for around 50 to 70 cents after release for quite some time. But now we're seeing these up towards $2.50, bottoming out here to $3. At this point, I think this card will settle in around the 5 to 7 range. So if you want to get some, you can, but realistically, it's not nearly as profitable now. So if you got these when I mentioned them, you did great. Okay. Also, I kind of wanted to cover a few cards in Brothers of Legend that I think are good. Leviathan Dragon is actually not too bad at that $60 range if you want to get it. Like again, on this one, you're going to be sitting on this for a very long time. But it's only the second Astral Starlight rare that we have. So I think that there is a little bit of a collectability with that, especially being number 17. Just kind of a classic old format card. But along with that, I would pick up these hero cards while they're still cheap. They are starting to go lower in listings and move up in price a little bit. But these cards are really, really good in heroes, and like both a needed card. I believe a Dusted Gold is played as a one of, and then Malicious Bane, I think, is also one of. You can maybe play two of them. And then the other card that I saw going up in value is Relinquished Anima, which I said would go up in value. These were also available for around 75 cents. But we have a couple here at $1.30, which if you haven't got them yet, I would go ahead and pick up, a play set or two. And then we climb up here to $2. And I do think that this will be a solid $5 to $7 card in the future, just because it's just really, really good. And this is only the second printing, so people are going to want this. Next, I wanted to cover Harpy Channeler. This card probably won't see meta play out. I know you can play Harpy Tri-Brigade, and it's pretty decent. But I think this is a great collector's card. Being that it's a Harpy, a lot of people like the Harpy archetype. But the reason I wanted to highlight it is because we're down quite a bit in price over time. The first edition market price right now is $38. But you can get a light plate unlimited for 14, which is really not too bad. Like I would maybe consider picking that up. But the even better deal is the first edition. if we look here, light play first edition 25, really good. I considered picking these up when these were 45 for near mint first edition, and I'm glad I didn't, because now you can get them for $25 here. So if you want this card, I would come grab it. I don't think it can go much lower than this for the first edition. This is just a classic archetype, and Heartbeat Channeler is actually really, really good for this archetype. So yeah, that's all I really have to say about it, but it looks really good, actually. If you want to look at a picture here, this is a play set. Yep, so here they are. I think they look amazing. This is kind of back when they were really doing ultis right. And they just, I think they look great. Okay, moving on. So next, I wanted to kind of just look at Astral Pack and just note that like a lot of these cards are going up quite a bit in price. Maxi is like completely bought out now again. It kind of hovers around the 18 copies range, but right now it's down to 9. And someone purchased one, I believe, for $778 here for near mint. But looking through, we have one light play for 605. And then for near mint, it's going to be probably quite expensive here. Near mint at 778 here. And then bottoming out. Oh, there's a PSA 9. Here's the thing, if you're getting an Ultimate Rare Maxi, you should not be playing this card. So actually having the PSA is probably not a bad way to do it if you're going to spend this kind of money. Yeah, it looks great. That is quite a bit of money, but it's an old card, and I think this is going to maintain its price point like gold. Very hard to get. But we can go ahead and move back out into the Astral Packs. Let's see, go back here. They need to make like a return to page button, so you don't have to like click around so much. Pot of Duality is around $300 here. Tour Guide, they're up towards 400. We'll actually do a side view. Not that this is going to even work because there's going to be a lot of foreign prints here, but we'll just give it a shot. Yeah, it's not really going to work. I did want to highlight Trishula though, because I think that if you haven't seen this card in person, it's got really good texture. And it's around 160 going up for a light play, and then around 165 to 170 for near mint. With low listings, only 9 listings. This card was pretty cheap a couple of years ago, like 80-90 bucks. But if you want it, I still don't think that's a terrible price to pay. And surprisingly, like you would think this card would see a little bit more play with synchro archetypes just because it's so good, especially for later in the game. Just having that one copy, you don't need multiple copies of this card. But you can't play multiple copies anyways because it's limited to 1. But I think at 1 copy, it's a pretty good disruption, like turn 2 or turn 3, if you can make it that far. Mystical Space Typhoon is completely gone. There's only 3 listings. I guess 2 of them are the same company here. Light Play Unlimited 155. Atlantean Dragoons around 115 for near mint, unlimited around 120 for near mint unlimited. I still think this is a great card to have. A lot of people want this card. We do have that water sport coming out. Like I said, I'm just going to go ahead and put this out there. I don't know what the water sport's going to do, and if this card is even playable in that. I'm just putting that out there. But it could get support. We don't know at this point yet. But I have this myself, and I actually really like it. It's like a really good looking ultimate rare. Tenki is around 90 for light play unlimited, going up to around 100, 110 for near mint. I would stay away from this because it is limited, and I think that it will probably just continue to drop some. And then Necro Valley. So this is around 82, 80 for light play unlimited, going up towards 90 to 100 for near mint. I think this is a great card to pick up because this card is really, really good. Classic card, like the Gravekeepers is just like a classic archetype from the original. series. Great card to pick up. And same with Tsukiyomi, $100 here for Light Play Unlimited, and then I think Near Mint Unlimited is around 110. This card looks amazing too, by the way, if you haven't seen it. But this card's played at 2 copies in GOAT format, for the most part, in like GOAT control decks, which is the dominating force. And I think that this will move up in price nicely. We'll actually look in here because this was going for around 90 to 95 not long ago. I'm interested to see if it's moving up. So we have 2 copies here at 105, and then going to 105, 106. So still plenty of copies here for a good price. I do think this card should be a lot more expensive than what it is. Continuing on here, I'm not going to stop on every card, but I just wanted to kind of look at these ultimate rares. Big Eye, around $70 for Near Mint Unlimited. Debris Dragon, 79. I personally wouldn't pick this up. I don't think it's worth it. Marksman, 58, Light Play Unlimited. That's a little up in price, because I feel like these used to be around 45 to 50, like not long ago. Spellbook of Power, $53. I think this is a great pickup as well, because I think spellbooks, because you have so many ultimate rare spellbooks, like the different versions of spellbook, I just think it's going to be a great collection item. And if we ever get, I think is it Knowledge or Judgment? I think it's Judgment. If we ever get Judgment back, either Judgment or Knowledge, I can't remember which one's banned, but if we get it back, this card's going to see a lot of hype and a huge price spike. Gagaga Cowboy, $50. Not bad either. Fiendish Chain, I feel like this card was $200 not long ago. Completely bought out. Gaia Charger still sees some play, particularly in what's Virtual World to make Zeus, I believe. Photon Thrasher at 37. Castell at 51. This card has a market price of 35. If you have them, I would probably offload them. And then Trap Hole Nightmares, 26 for Light Play, going up to like 35 for Near Mint. This card looks really good as well. And I think 26 is not bad to pay for it, but you might want to see if it comes down a little bit more. I sold mine because it did initially, we got some Trap Tricks hype when Lightning Overdrive came out, and I sold a bunch of that stuff. Bujin Yamato, 29. I would stay away from it. My Stroke at 17 is not too bad. I think it's a cool card to have in the collection for that price. Spell Shattering Arrow, $19 for Light Play Unlimited. I think this card is cool. This card used to be really cheap, like much lower than this. I think it's a little bit hyped up. Photon, I mean, it's cool, but there's quite a few copies here, and this card just doesn't sell. This is $13 now, which is crazy. I sold mine at like $6 or $7 initially when this got hype. This isn't going to see play in splites, by the way, so I would just skip this altogether. As far as I know, right? Because they're not playing this card in the OCG, so I imagine we won't play it here. And that's all I'm going to cover. I'm not going to go into every card because that would take a very long time, but we'll cover more Astral Pack stuff like the super rares at another time. Dogmatica Ecclesia, this card was 90 when it released, and a lot of people were talking about this card. And I said I didn't think it was a good investment at $90 because we have a Starlight rare above this, and we also have the original print ultra rare and a Prismatic Secret. Now this is the second highest rarity, for sure, but I just thought it would go down, and it did. It's around 65. And if you want to pick it up now, I think this is fine. I don't think that this is a bad long-term hold. I just didn't think it was a good price to get into this card at 90. If you know someone that has these, I would offer 55 for them. But if you want to pay 65, that's not terrible either, but you're going to be sitting on it for a while. There's a lot of copies here at that price range. Next is Fusion Destiny. I wanted to highlight that this card has fallen a lot in price. This is also a card I told people to hold off on because of the ban list. We never know if this card would get, limited or banned, or we get Verte banned, which just means this package would just be thrown out. for the most part. But these are $60 now. If you want to get them, I don't think that's bad. They look really, really good in person. We'll look at this German copy here. But yeah, I think now's a good time to pick them up. But like I said, if they get hit on the ban list, they'll probably go down some more. Wow, this looks really good. I might pick up this German copy, honestly. Wow. Yeah, I think regardless, it's Fusion of Destiny. It's a hero card. This card will always have value just as a collector's item, even if it's banned or, you know, limited. So I think this price point's really not bad. Dark Beckoning Beast. So if you watch the Splite video that I did, the last video that I did, which was on Splites, this was in the first place deck list at 3 copies. Instead of playing Diva, they were playing this because it's a level 2 that basically when you can normal summon it and then search your spirit gates, which then can search another copy of this, which you can then normal summon again because of its effect. So you're getting 2 level 2s, which is what you need. This card is up in price by quite a bit. I have this on stacks here, so at 3 or more copies. But when I checked yesterday, this was actually more. It was more towards $2.20 for more than 3 copies. But we have $1 here from Core TCG, and then bottoming out here towards $2 to $3, which is this is more the price point I was seeing yesterday. As you can see here, quite a spike from 25 cents. So if you want these, I would go ahead and get them because this could possibly see play here as well in the Splite deck. But I'm not too sure. To me, I would rather play the Deep Sea Diva package. But if people decide on playing this for a different reason, you know, that's not too bad. Talents, if it'll load. So just a quick check-in on this, because this is like my #1 investment right now as far as what I told people to invest in. If you bought these, the lowest near mint is now $80. So congrats, your investment's going up. I believe Taylor, I think you bought these for around the $62 range, you said, and now they're up to $80. So you made 18 per copy that you picked up. But of course you still have to sell these. These have been sitting on here since yesterday, so I don't know that they're absolutely selling at $80 yet. Yeah, we have the highest sold here is 68. So yeah, like that, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what the lowest listing is, it matters what it's selling at. So yeah, it's at 80, but we still need a little bit more hype to push this card further up. I think long term, regardless, this card will be expensive, especially since there's no reprint announced for this card. But the ultra rare remains on the top sell, like the first page of the top selling Yu-Gi-Oh list. So as that, and it's around $25. So as that card pushes up, this too will push up as well. People are just picking up a cheaper copy for now. But I do think that this will go up nicely. Next, I just wanted to quickly cover Amnesia. I saw that there was a copy here for $13.99, and then we're going up here to $17 to $18 for near mint first edition. If you're wanting to get this card, it's pretty cheap now. I would go ahead and get it. I can show you a copy, what it looks like. They look really good. It's kind of hard to get the lighting right here, you know, with the glare. But I think it's a really cool card to have for your collection. And for $14, it's just a really good deal. It's a good card too. And you only need to play 1 copy of this in your deck, along with 1 copy of King and 1 copy of the Overlord. So you can pretty much collect or rare out your deck, and it's like doesn't cost that much if you just wanted to have the deck, or just have the, you know, the cool snake cards in your binder. We already covered this, so I'm going to not cover that again. That's everything that I have to go over today. Like I said, congratulations to MI. Just go ahead and send me your mailing address so I can get that sent your way. Welcome to any new viewers that are watching, and welcome back to any of the returning viewers. That's all I have for today, so we'll go ahead and wrap up. I look forward to doing more videos this weekend, and I hope you guys' week went fine, and I hope you have a nice weekend. But until